All right, it's time. Big booms in small places, blowing up everything here. Lots of booms for us. And our booms are hitting quite hard. Good morning, good evening, and of course, good afternoon. Today, we're going to try doing something I've wanted to do for a long time, which is big booms in small places. That's right, we're going to try to make the nuclear launcher work on Old as getting the highest radius weapon in the game. Seems like it's going to be a whole lot of fun if we're using the character with the smallest map in the game. There is some natural synergy there, my friends, as I present to you big booms in small places. Early on, looking for something a little bit better. I do like harvesting, and I do think that works quite well with this character. And we're instantly rewarded as we will recycle the plank and buy the shredder. However, we will buy the coupon first. Don't mind rerolling a little bit aggressively early to get a couple of these shredders online, as we'll go ahead and pick up that gentle alien. Now, notably, this character, Old, cannot start with a shredder, so we have to find one early. Notably, you do have an increased chance of seeing a weapon if you have a weapon that shares that tag. Because of this, you either want to start with a shotgun, which has a gun tag, or a plank, which has that explosive tag. There are less explosive weapons than there are guns, so I think it's a little bit more efficient to start with the plank, try to reroll into a shredder, which is the strategy we adopted here. We'll reroll once here and keep getting that range damage up. Are instantly rewarded with another shredder, which I will buy before buying the Gentle Alien on wave 4. Because I do think getting a couple of these shredders online early will be nice. Now, again, the goal here is to get some really large explosions with nuclear weapons. And although we're more or less just focused on normal mode, I will be playing Analyst just to see how far we can go with our big booms. And of course, pardon me, small places. That's what happens when you take a sip of sparkling water before you record a video. Was that a wise choice? I don't think so, but it was the choice I made. And at this point in the process, it is the choice I am stuck with. Wave 3 cleared no problemo for free. Sure, Alien Tongue. We'll reroll just a bit here and keep getting that harvesting up. Now we will take the Gentle Alien and the Shredder as we're off to a pretty good start here, truthfully. It can be a little bit difficult to make that Shredder switch, and I am very, very happy with that Gentle Alien. As Olds, I keep wanting to say loud and Old share too many letters. They do, in fact, share 3. Old's biggest disadvantage is that there are less enemies, and less enemies on the map means less loot. So even though the map is smaller, if there's less enemies, then we can really fall behind on items. However, that is why Old does start with that harvesting penalty, or harvesting bonus, is presumably to sort of counteract the fact that there are less enemies and help you get all the items you need in your Brotato adventures. Because of that, I do think considering harvesting more than usual is usually a wise move on this character. We'll take some crit. I don't love HP regen, but at that rarity, I'm happy to take it. I'm going to try to get either more econ or more shredders online before I start thinking about sort of tertiary items, as I will not go ahead and reroll at that efficiency rate. But really, really happy here on wave 6 to not only have a Gentle Alien, but have 6 shredders locked and loaded, notably that have the gun and explosive tag, which means we get 50 range as well as plus 25% explosive size. A very important stat when we are trying to get our booms as big as possible. But wave 5 here, feeling very, very good about this start. Swapping over to shredders can take a couple of tries here, as there's not sort of a automatic way to do it. You just kind of have to restart with planks or shotguns until you get a good start. So the fact that we are fully shredded out, much like the Nemesis in Ninja Turtle, by wave 5 means I'm quite happy with how this one is going. Wave 5, no issue. For free, I'll take a glasses, and we will keep getting that range damage up. Really do like that shredder upgrade. Also really do like that blindfold and like that bait, as I do think percent damage is quite good. We still have 55 range, so I'm happy with that beanie, and we'll go and pick up a second coupon there, which is quite good, as 2 early coupons will really help us get some items going. So we'll go ahead and attempt to take out those lampreys from the bait. We're able to do so without too much of an issue, which bodes well for how our build is doing here. Notably at 3 range damage, as well as a little bit less harvesting than I would like. But we do have a couple of other things going for us, which make me quite happy. So we'll see. Notably getting those 2 coupons quite early, I think will provide us a lot of sort of good mileage here. As coupons are items that can be pretty darn efficient if we get them early. And they become, I think, a little bit more efficient the more of them that you get. So I'm really, really happy with a couple of early coupons here. And 6 shredders locked and loaded. as our dreams of getting nuclear launcher seem closer and closer. Like that attack speed, and I do want to keep getting that harvesting up. We'll go and get our third coupon there, which is very, very good. Because we're not going melee, I don't know about spicy sauce. Somewhat tempted by wheelbarrow. I will be greedy and take it, although I don't necessarily love going into negative armor. We have HP regen to spare, so I do like a headshot. Oh, wow. 4 coupons this early? That's quite good. We just need to survive in order to take some advantage of them. As this character, I do think, struggles just a little bit on wave 8, as these shredders, while very powerful weapons, notably have really, really bad single target damage and can struggle a little bit against the horned bruiser enemy type, which of course does start to spawn on wave 8. But our old potato here hasn't been left out in the cupboard that long, as they are funky, but not that moldy yet. And I think we'll be able to overcome those challenges, especially if we're able to pick up just 1 or 2 more items going into wave 8. In the meantime, we're keeping explosions primed and ready to go. Not worried about these eggs at all, as we have good explosions and are ready to rock and roll. Although I would potentially like some positive armor, potentially if we can get some going into the next wave, just to provide us a little bit of safety. For free level lens, and we'll go ahead and take a little bit of max HP here to give us a little more survivability. I really do like the shredder and the bag quite a bit. No blood donation for us. We do not have the healing required for that. Like a bag, like a hedgehog, so really not getting a lot of mileage out of that upgrade we took. And I do like both the Lost Duck, the tree, and the lens, all common items, but I think will serve us well in our journey. So again, wave 8, I do think, is where this character may struggle just a little bit. Again, this is notably where the bruiser and horned bruiser enemy type do start appearing. And although we have very, very good area damage, we do not have very, very good single target damage. As you can see, our shredder's hitting for a measly 15, which is not really where we want to be. So we can hit a lot of enemies. The enemies that we can hit with high health are a little bit more difficult, as I do think we'll struggle just a little bit to keep this wave clear. But that is a-okay. That is what happens when you go straight shredders. As although I do think they're one of the better and more underrated items in Brotato, I do think they can struggle. And not struggle, they definitely become stronger later in the game when you have more range, more % damage, a couple of dynamites, things like that. And of course, shredders do get an increased chance to explode when you upgrade them, obviously making them a very good weapon to get upgraded. But you can see, wave 8, no problem. And you know what? For free, I'll take a sacred sausage. I'm looking for a little bit of a better upgrade. I guess I'll take some speed, although I don't really love it. Like all 3 of these items quite a bit. I do like getting these shredders upgraded. Don't really want to lose attack speed, so I'll pass on the scope. Really like a couple of these upgrades here, putting our shredders in a pretty good spot. And I like more trees, and I actually do like small magazine quite a bit, as we already have 13 range damage, meaning 2 extra range, as well as a little bit more attack speed, I think is a good trade-off. So we're in a really good spot here. Our old potato is leaving their walker behind and is upgrading to a cane. Hey, Sonny, I'm using my cane now. Yes, that was a terrible impression, but I do the best that I can with what I got. As our old potato is saying no more walker for us, we are going to use a cane instead. We are a little bit more independent as we upgrade these shredders for bigger booms. Of course, we are looking for that nuclear launcher, which I'm quite excited to get. I can feel it in my loins. We will get these big booms in these tiny places. And yes, big booms in tiny places does sound like the album one might play when they're engaged in a relatively PG-13 or higher activity. So if somebody does want to take that name, Big Booms in Small Places, and make their own album, I would highly encourage you to do so. I think you will have a best seller on your hands. Wave 9 completed with really no issue. No eye surgery for us, and I do want to keep getting that range damage up as well as that harvesting. Really like the tree, the small magazine, and we're going to keep getting these shredders upgraded. With 59 range, I do like a Cyclops worm quite a bit. Unfortunately, that sniper gun was not a nuclear launcher, but I will take... All right, it's time. Big Booms in Small Places is officially live in an album near you. So we got it going. We got our very first nuclear launcher, and we are just going to start exploding the map. Let's see if we can get some plastic explosives to make this work even more so. Oh, Lord, we coming. Nuclear launcher engaged. Look at these big explosions on this tiny little map. That just brings me great joy. And I hope it brings you great joy as well, because what is better than this? I don't know. We got a lot of booms. Now let's get some dynamites. Let's get some plastic explosives, and let's get it going. Notably, this heavy tag, if we're able to get some other nuclear launchers in tow, does increase our damage, which is a good sort of combination. So you can see that nuclear launcher already covering about 25% of the map. which, if you ask me, is just a lot of fun as the nuclear launcher is online here on wave 10. On top of that, we have 4 legendary shredders, meaning we are booming things up. Boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. Right, that is some onomatopoeia for you. I hope you enjoy it because I put a lot of effort into putting that together. Did take a speck of damage there, but overall, pretty clean. I don't like losing luck, but I do think speed is quite good on this character, so I'll take a little bit more speed, and we'll go ahead and take that percent damaged. Range damage is 12, which I think is sufficient. I do like that small magazine quite a bit. I do want to get my armor online at some point. We have 10% crit, so I will take a hunting trophy, although I question how valuable it will be, but we are considering endless mode, so I will take that. Really do like that Warrior's Helmet, as I do want to get some armor online. We are going here into wave 12, wave 11, which is a horde wave, which bodes well for us because I do think this character, as built, will definitely do a little bit better in horde waves than on elites. As well, shredders are really, really powerful weapons. They are not the best elite killers, at least not until you get way ahead. So I am very, very happy with how things are. That said, I am somewhat limited in regen, which is something I just want to be somewhat careful with, as these pursuers, which are these armored enemy types, I think will be a little bit challenging for us. Again, lacking a little bit of single target damage. But you can see our nuclear launchers doing a great job keeping the map nice and clear for us, as those big booms are doing big things. Pardon me once again. You can see we're doing a good job of getting this map clear, and even do have that hunting trophy, which will help us scale into endless mode, even if I am somewhat cautious about how well this type of build will do in endless mode. But big booms are unlocked. Really happy with that. No mastery for us. We'll keep getting that range damage up. Notably, shredders. Here we can see projectiles have 50% chance to explode on hit, which upgrades to 65, then 80, and then notably all projectiles explode on hit, meaning that shredders are a really, really powerful item to get upgraded. We'll take that little bit of life steal as well as crit, and we'll keep upgrading these shredders. Again, I do think getting the shredders upgraded to the top level is quite valuable. Love another gentle alien, and I do actually think harvesting is valuable enough where I'm happy to tank a little bit of dodge there. Don't really need any of these. Actually, I will take that range damage just to keep getting that up nice and high. Notably, this character does start with negative 10% speed. So having, 0 speed is like having 10% speed. So we're not that far behind here. But wave 12, I think just shows we are starting to put this together. Let's get some more nuclear launchers so we can really take this home. Let's get some more crits so we can get some more value out of that hunting trophy. So it can be a good spot to make our boomy old potato do well in endless mode. As in, why do we have to worry about elites when we can just blow all of them up at once? I don't know. We probably will have to, but until we get there, I'm choosing to believe we can make this work. As I'm really, really happy to see this one start to come together, as this will be a lot of fun, I think, just to see these big booms in small places. Wave 12, no issues at hand. We're rocking and rolling, everybody, and it's fun to see this come together. And we do even have positive armor now, so what is not to love? Old engaged. That's what I like to see. Keep getting masteries. Don't need to see that. We'll take a hedgehog, and I will keep actually getting that range damage up over the other options. Now at 3 tier 5 shredders here. Legendary shredders there, and actually do like a glass cannon, even if it does drop our armor. Percent damage is really, really good with nuclear launcher and shredders. That said, I will take a metal plate to start getting that armor online a little bit, and we'll keep aggressively upgrading our shredders and take that lens, as we don't necessarily need a ton of range here. So we're feeling really, really good here, getting our range damage up to a relatively good 19%. Damage is quite high at 60 on the back of a couple of those items we picked up. So our explosions are doing a lot of damage here, and I think we're in a really good spot. We do have a wave 14 horde wave coming up, but I do think we'll be able to handle that. Okay, what's our crit chance up? Still only 15, so I do want to kind of get that up as fast as I can in order to get a little bit of mileage out of that hunting trophy. But you can see here, big booms doing a good job of keeping the map clear as we are really rocking and rolling this wave. No issues at hand. That's it. Let's see if we can find a plastic explosives. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be fun because I want my big booms in my small map. You can see nuclear launcher, definitely one of the best weapons in the game, as well as one of the best explosive weapons in the game. So Definitely having a lot of fun here. Wave 13, no issues at hand. Did get a little bit greedy there, so something to be careful of. Keep getting offered HP regen, and I will take that crit. Do like the lens. Don't think we need that bean teacher, nor do we need the lumberjack shirt. Don't actually have any shredder upgrades there. We do have a shredder upgrade here. And I will actually take the wings, and then we'll take that armor next, as I do think getting that armor a little bit more will be good. Are going on here into a wave 14 horde wave, which I do think we'll be able to handle relatively well, as our potato is very much primed to, you know, deal with lots and lots of enemies. So our old guy, you know, old potato, right? Like they've ditched the walker. They're doing a lap around their neighborhood every morning, right? They're still driving. Like, you know, maybe we're a little concerned about the, you know, driver's license situation, but like driving independently, still getting their groceries, all that good stuff. Our old potato is moving in the right direction as they are just zooming right now. We're living on our own. You know, everybody is loving us. You know, we tell a lot of good stories. People like to listen to them. Our family visits a lot. Our grandkids call us like very frequently. If you do have a grandparent and you have not called them recently, go ahead and give them a call. You know they miss you, right? Like, don't wait for them to get nuclear launchers to think you need to give them a call like our potato here. You go ahead and give them a call now, and you tell them I sent you. Well, don't, because they're going to be like, why you listen to some random person on the internet? That's where... Anyway, you get what I'm saying. For free, do like a power generator, and I actually do like that crit chance, given some of the other items we do have. Keep getting shredders, man. Oh my gosh, this is the shredder map. I don't even have any potential upgrades there. I suppose I will take a wings, given that we do have a power generator. And I do like the tentacle, do like another tardigrade. I do like another tentacle, as that is definitely one of the better weapons in the game. In addition, you know, you can see with our hunting trophy, that is quite good to keep getting that crit up. So that is very, very good. Nuclear explosions can in fact crit, so I'm very, very happy to keep getting that crit up in order to get some value out of the hunting trophy and now some healing. So feeling pretty good about this. 3 armor, which I think is okay, not great, but good percent damage, truly, at 74. That is very, very good, given this sort of build that we're doing. And we're playing old. Like, old isn't a huge econ character, right? So you're not going to get, like, carried away here unless you, like, truly have, like, a seated or absolutely busted run. So I'm quite happy with where we are. Over 100 harvesting with those. So I believe 4 coupons. Like, that's just going to give us a lot of value and a lot of items to see, which is always good. If we can keep getting that crit up, even better. I do like that quite a bit. But wave 15 ain't no thing. Chicken wing. As we wrap up here, feeling pretty strong about where this run is headed. That's like potentially use a little bit more luck. Only 4, which is not great. For free, I will take a blood leech, and we'll keep getting that. Actually, I could use some luck at this point. As we now complete the coupon sweep, we'll take that coffee. Very good item. Don't need any of these. And now we get another hunting trophy, really putting us in a good spot for endless mode. I do like a warrior's helmet, which I will immediately take a glass cannon. So somewhat good there. And then we'll go ahead and pass on that shredder for now. And I will actually take a lucky charm. And we are going into a wave 17 elite. So now at 92 damage with 21 range, which is pretty good. 92% damage, 21 range. You can see our explosion sitting for 292 from our nuclear launcher, which is what I, in fact, enjoy seeing. With 2 hunting trophies, I really need to get this crit up ASAP. But that'll put us in a good spot, I think, to have some fun scaling into endless mode. So I am very, very happy to see that. From this point, just need to get that crit up and keep our eyes out for another nuclear launcher, which I do think we can, in fact, do. Wave 16, feeling good, feeling happy, feeling online. And, of course, would love a plastic explosives as well. But I do think we're off. We're putting some pieces together here. Nobody could use some more gentle aliens, only 2, as well as a mouse or so. But I'm happy with the power generator, a couple of hunting trophies, so we do have some things I think going for us here as well. As I play a little sloppily, but that's why we have tardigrades, in order to play a little sloppily. But you can see our weapons machine gunning it out here, as we do have a solid amount of attack speed. 45, it's not as good as I thought, but I do have a lot of things I think going right for us. No candle for us for free. We'll take an ugly tooth. We'll re-roll looking for crit, which I will take. And I do want to take that lucky charm, as our luck just feels a little bit lower than I would have liked. I do like that vigilante ring quite a lot. Jesus, we keep getting thrown glass cannons, but at this point I do need to somewhat get our armor a little bit better. So I will pass on that for now. Re-rolling somewhat aggressively here. And we'll go ahead and take that bait, as we are going into a wave 17 elite, which I do think we will do a good job of taking out. Again, we don't have amazing single target damage, which is part of the reason I want to keep that armor somewhat positive. But we should be able to take this out on the fact that our nuclear launcher should give us or do a good job kind of keeping the wave clear. But again, we're not going to be a super fast. Ooh, man, taking a little bit more damage there than I intended. So I am glad I prioritized that armor. You go ahead and take those trees out. So you can see somewhat of a slow burn here, but that is all right. This is not a build that is going to be an elite killing build just yet. We'll take our time. I will run right into the projectile. Not away from the projectile. I will run into the projectile because that is what happens when you try to record and talk at the same time. Most people can't even talk and record without doing either one. So I consider myself not too bad. All right. Oop. All right. I'd like to say never didn't have it, as I sort of had to focus up there a little bit closer than would have liked. But that be do how it be. Like the Warriors helmet. No gnome for us. And I guess I'll get the armor up. I really would like some crit. Do like the bait there quite a lot. Like the tentacle a lot as well. We'll take a little bit of armor, and I do really like that mouse, as well as a gentle alien, all things I want to see, so we can take advantage of our explosions. And I do like that silver bullet, too, again, just to help us take these bosses out a little bit more efficiently. So very, very glad I did not take that that glass cannon going into that boss, as that probably would have been the end of us. However, we managed to make it, so I am quite pleased with that. That's a crit, still only at 39, so we'd like to get that up ASAP. But again, this is sort of a fun build, just trying to see what happens if we do have a bunch of explosions in a relatively small map. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about it. That's it. Do need to get some more nuclear launchers online, but I think we'll be substantially richer here soon once we get these couple of hunting trophies online, even if our crit is not particularly amazing at this moment. So getting that upgraded is going to be priority number one, as our old potato starts to get their nuclear launchers, or at least that is what I am in fact hoping for. Armor up to a much more respectable 11. That's really all I need, but we're dancing with some short armor there for a little bit. Anyway, wave 18, feeling good about this. No baby echo for us. God, how many glass cans are we going to get? A lot. I'm happy with the robot arm given the lifesteal we have, and I do care about crit a lot. So we'll take that claw tree. Don't need any of these. Do not need any of these. I will go ahead and take the fin with that power generator. I am very happy with that. Too late for the crown, but we do finally pick up a dynamite. And I do like that ritual, as percent damage is quite good. I'll do another reroll here as we head into wave 19. I think it'll be a good spot to kill the bosses and to be in a good spot in endless mode, as we're still getting that crit up, which will help us continue to scale and hopefully get some fun things going. But explosion loud, feeling nice and good here. Really, really happy with that dynamite, as that does feel like one of the key items we were missing, is we were basically only dealing explosion damage, and that dynamite is a nice sort of buff. As you can see, our nuclear launcher explosions hitting for over 300 here, which makes me very, very happy, and it should make you happy too. Also happy to get some of those mice online in order to put more enemies, so we can blow up more enemies and get more materials to help us get even stronger. I do think that'll be pretty fun. Oop, taking a little bit of damage there, as these bruisers are just not our favorite enemy type right now. But you can see stacking up a ton of materials this wave, which is quite good. So I'm really happy to see that, and even got ourselves a crate over 1,100 materials, which is very, very good, especially with our coupons. I'm gonna pass on the wisdom and take that crit. I will be happy with the night vision goggles again, just to get our crit up as fast as possible. I do like that head injury. Do like the hedgehog. Don't need any of these. Really do like our first community support, as well as another dynamite. And I do like both of these items quite a bit. We'll take that bandana first. Again, notably allowing our projectiles to pierce means just more opportunities for them to explode. So I do think bandanas work very, 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 very well with shredders, and you should really consider those, because again, allowing our projectiles to pierce through another enemy, especially at legendary, just means more explosions on the map. And so bandanas are very, very good with shredders, and I do highly recommend it. You can see our build is really starting to come together here, taking out these bosses without too much of an issue. A little bit of lazy dodging there when I knew we had it under control, but we're able to essentially kill the first one without taking a single hit, which I do think is quite valuable. So we're here on wave 20, feeling good about things. Excited to see how far we can take this, because we're in a good spot here with 2 hunting trophies, truthfully, and getting that crit up all the way to 65 will really, really help us on the back of those night vision goggles will also open us up to take some more things like Cyclops Worm, as well as that blindfold we locked, which will give us both helpful dodge as well as very, very helpful crit. So I'm very, very happy with that. As you can see, cruising right now and excited to see how far we can take this for free, like a regen potion. I don't want to lose crit, so I'll pass on that. I will take the butterfly, and I do like the blindfold and the warrior's helmet. Like another gentle alien. Somewhat tempted by the plasma sledgehammer, and I guess I will take a glass cannon, although it is not necessarily amazing here. I'm rerolling relatively aggressively, as I often do in endless mode. Anyway, our next lead is on wave 22, so barring any good pickups, I will see you there. All right, on wave 21, somewhat tempted by a rip and tear, which, you know, will work with the explosive damage, but we'll go ahead and pass on that. And we'll go and get that crit. We want to get that to 100% as fast as possible. With that community support, I do think the scope is relatively valuable, and I will be holding out for another nuclear launcher, so I will not bother upgrading the shredders. We'll take that poisonous tonic, and I do somewhat like a rocket launcher, even though shredders are better. We'll go ahead and take a padding. No rip and tear for us, and we don't necessarily need to hold the target gate. So we'll see how we do here on wave 22. I think we'll be in a decent spot. As you can see, our explosion is doing a really, really good job of keeping the map at bay, as we are able to sort of take our time on the bosses, because we are able to take everything out so efficiently around said bosses. But feeling good about where this one is headed, and we'll see how far we can go. No bosses, no problem. Getting a couple crates here, and again, really starting to get some good money off those 2 hunting trophies, which will help quite a bit, as well as being capped on coupons. It means we should be able to afford items just a little bit longer than we normally are able to. But feeling solid here. Wave 22, having no issues. Old Potato is starting to put it together, although as our Old Potato getting even older as they go deeper into the game. I don't know. I suppose time is linear in some sense, so it's not like you're going backwards in time, as I do take some really avoidable damage there, but we just have this under control. So I feel quite good about that. Getting over 1,000 materials, which is quite good. For free, like Wandering Bot, and do like that Hedgehog. Really do like a Grinds Magical Leaf as well. Somewhat tempted by the explosive turret. After all, we are playing a Splody Boy. Do not need any of these. We'll keep rolling through here. I guess I will take a Lucky Charm because our luck feels low. Anyway, next lead is on wave 24, so we'll see everybody there. So here we are on wave 24. No sad tomato for us. Really do like a ricochet. That is really going to help, as we will be firing multiple projectiles, each one that can explode. And that is just very, very good. That is going to really ramp up our explosion damage, as you will be able to see the shredder projectiles will bounce around, hit more enemies. Now, legendary, each one of those bounces will explode. So a very, very good item there, even at the cost of some valuable, valuable percent damage. The percent damage is really, really valuable, but the sort of ricochet gives us so much upside. As you can see, we really will just need to focus down the elites, and the projectiles will take care of the rest of the map, which is kind of cool to see. But you can see there, wave 24, no issues. So I'm very, very happy with that. And you can sort of start to see the nuclear launcher will be hitting twice around the map. You can see it kind of bouncing around there. So really, really happy with that. And we do have an extra stomach coming up, which we should be able to get some good value out of. With all the projectiles or with all the sort of stuff we leave around the map for free, like a bait, like a Sif's Relic for free. Do like that extra stomach as we keep rolling around here somewhat aggressively. We'll go ahead and keep trying to get that crit all the way up to 95. And here we go. We're starting to put together a second nuclear launcher, and I will go ahead and take that obliterator as well. But this will really start to come together with multiple nuclear launchers, as well as a ricochet. We're really going to see some explosions start to pop off here. So this is going to really start to come together, as with that ricochet, both of our nuclear launchers will explode multiple times. So we really will be seeing a lot of booms go off, and we're really going to be able to get a ton of value out of that extra stomach, which will be a lot of fun. As we're just going to do such a good job. You can see we're doing such a good job of keeping the map clear, that we can just go and pick up those fruits and get some good value out of that extra stomach. So a little bit of extra stomachage, but you can really see this is starting to come up. And I am going to go ahead and pick up the obliterator, as that is a good item with Good item for single target damage. I think it'll help us take out the elites and just get a little bit more mileage out of this, which will be fun to kind of see here. No boiling water for us, no incendiary turret. We'll go ahead and keep getting that crit to get us to an even 100, just in time for another hunting trophy. We'll recycle the shredder and pick up an obliterator. And oh yeah, we are getting another nuclear launcher, which is going to be a ton of fun. And we're going to get some good mileage out of this obliterator, which is just going to really help our elite killing ability. Anyway, we'll go ahead and check in here at the end of this wave. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for another nuclear launcher. And of course, a vigilante ring, because why the heck not? And we'll get some use out of that, that is for sure. And with 129 range, I will take a baby with a beard, even if it's sort of upside. It's a little bit limited at the moment. But we'll go ahead and sort of admire these 3 nuclear launchers with, of course, a ricochet, so they will all be exploding multiple times, meaning we're going to see a lot of booms. And I think a pretty clear map. Also, really happy to get that 3rd hunting trophy, just giving us a little bit more mileage. That said, only at 10 armor, so we really want to be careful, because I do think that could be sort of spelling the end of us. But we'll see how far this one can go. I mean, we got our nuclear launchers engaged. We do have 2 tardigrades, so I'm very, very happy with that. So, wave 27. Pardon me, I do think, you know, we're handling this just fine, although I do think the wave 28 elites will present a bit of a challenge for us. So we will see if we can take that out as we wrap up here. Just checking the time as I record this after work, my time. But you can see lots of booms, boy. Bang, 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 bang. And even getting an extra crate there, just what I like to see. No defective steroids for us. And I will get a touch of armor. We're definitely taking that dynamite. And oh yeah, we're taking a legendary nuclear launcher. Oh my gosh, wow. Some really interesting items here. We'll go ahead and take both of these. May even take this robot arm just for 6 armor. But we'll go ahead and see how wave 28 goes. But really, really happy with that legendary nuclear launcher, as we are unable to find an anvil, unfortunately. So we will make do with what we have. We do want to be somewhat careful here. I'm really, really glad I do have this obliterator, which will really, really help us kill these elites. So you can see there, solid job taking the one out. And also really, really happy with that dynamite helping our explosion. So you can there, wave 28. We got it. I mean, it's going down. Although I may not, I'm trying to decide if I want that bloody hand, as these tardigrades do seem like they're helping us out quite a bit, given our sort of relatively pedestrian armor. That said, that bloody hand will give us a lot of percent damage, which is obviously very, very valuable in this type of build. Hopefully we are able to get 14 right under 1,500 materials. We're just shy, I think, of what we need. For no Sireball, no mastery, is I want to be able to buy, that's right, a nuclear launcher, which will be quite good. Obviously a bigger explosion, obviously bounces, pierces with the items that we have. So I'm really, really happy to see that. We'll use our couple of free rerolls before moving here onto wave 29, as we are starting to do the nuclear launcher explosion thing with that ricochet and that bandana, just blowing up everything here. Lots of booms for us, and our booms are hitting quite hard, although they could obviously be hitting even harder, although that is of no surprise to anybody. But we are feeling quite good about this. What is our life still at? A solid 20, although we do have 2 magical leaves, which will help us continue to get that up. But oh boy, we are exploding a lot of things here. And of course, we'll still be trying to get the value out of that extra stomach, as I do think that will be quite solid here. But feeling good about this. Percent damage up to a respectable 193. I mean, that's not amazing, but that's definitely not terrible, especially because we are playing old. Like, we're not playing a necessarily economy build here, but we do have it online, right? Took a little bit, but we do have it online. Sure, for free, I will take a mushroom. I think I will go ahead and pass on the bloody hands, as I do think these tardigrades are somewhat valuable, and I will take that that robo armor there, just because that 6 armor I think will be helpful enough for us. We'll even keep picking up that lens as we head here in the wave 30. Will we be able to do this? I do not know, but we have a lot of explosions on deck. But I do think that tardigrade, you know, is valuable enough where I don't necessarily want to do the bloody hand thing. Maybe, I mean, again, I will sort of say that was on the edge there on whether or not that was a good pickup or not. I'm somewhat getting confused with too many explosions. Is also making it hard for me to see, which is always a good thing when you cannot see. Did pull off the dodge there. Did not pull off a second time. Well, I think we had that. Anyway, I think definitely winnable. You know, I think an anvil giving us a little bit more armor as well as getting these upgraded really would have done it there. But still, a lot of fun to see a lot of those booms in small places. I do think that last one was winnable. But it was fun to kind of get this one somewhat to work finally, as it has been somewhat challenging getting this one together. Anyway, that was a lot of fun as always. So thank you, of course, for watching. And as always, take care.